parties. We'll say parties. That is what I'm going to use the bomb for. So, I will now give you the countdown, Joe. I hope that is acceptable. If not, tough. We're going 3, 2, 1, let's jam. So this game, on the Super Nintendo, and also a bunch of other platforms, like, if you can think of a platform, this game is probably on it. This was on the Amiga, for crying out loud. Amiga, Genesis, Super Nintendo, it was just re-released on Steam. It's on everything, is what I'm saying. I'm just going to take that bullet. So if I was a smarter player, I wouldn't have taken that bullet, but that's fine. There's health ups coming up. And as you can see, it's pretty much the run and gun, top-down, shoot guys that are coming at you, and then you also collect power-ups. And there's a lot of hidden areas and things. Some of them are just found courtesy of those, keys that will be appearing right next to the location you're trying to get to. Some of them, yes. Some of them, you have to shoot an enemy, or you have to move past a particular spot and then just move back, and then it'll magically open. Magic is the term. The overall plot of this game is there is an evil baron whose name I don't remember, so we'll say Harkonnen. It's clearly the enemy of House Atreides is the one that did it. In steampunk Victorian England, he created this evil baron, because obviously he's evil, created a machine called the Chaos Engine, which actually, for a lot of people that happen to have ever heard of this game, it was not called Soldiers of Fortune, it was called the Chaos Engine, so explaining what this game is to some people, they tend to know it by one title or the other. It just kind of happens. Also, my taking death damage like that is dumb, but it's a good thing the character that I picked starts off with a health kit, and it's a good thing he also barely has enough life to be able to survive long enough to use the health kit, because I suck. So the Baron made a thing called the Chaos Engine, because he's evil and does evil things. And the Chaos Engine then started warping people, places, things, ideas, nouns, into, well, monsters and the weird, deranged countryside, and pretty much everything it is that you're seeing on screen right now, much like the Mario universe and how they actually state that the Mushroom Kingdom people were turned into the clouds in the sky and everything. In this game, everything was turned into the weird monsters, and I'm going to assume keys and stuff. I'm going to assume as much, but it's probably not a good idea. Anyways, I shouldn't be spending his money. I need his money to be able to save up to buy my partner some one-ups. So, if you're playing the US version here, you are picking one of the Soldiers of Fortune to go through, one of the 6, to go through and stop the Baron and his Chaos Engine from continuing to warp the countryside and everything. And some of your guys are just here because they heard he has fat stacks of cash money. Not really going to fault them for that. I mean, one of your characters is literally just called the Mercenary, so hey, why not? I mean, if you have gun will travel and you're just in for the cash, and there's a crazy dude that's pretty much slowly just kind of destroying the earth and warping it for really just for the kicks, yeah, go grab you some cash if you stop that guy at the same time. Please, please, pretty please, with sugar on top and a cherry. Can we not have this be the world at large? So let's go back to the characters. Yeah, Mercenary is one of them. I believe he's my buddy, he's my pal, he's the guy I decided to have come along with me. They all have their varying stats, how much life they have, how heavy, hard or heavy, I couldn't pick a word, so I tried to go with both at the same time. How painful their weaponry is to opposing things out here in the field. Life, speed, wisdom, as I mentioned right out of the gate, and that's the big reason why, like, any guides generally look at this game and go, you should have the smart guy as your backup guy, because he's not going to be constantly running into enemies. Like, my buddy down there was just kind of hanging out in the corner and not doing anything. I think he was just waiting for that, sweet release of death to come and get him. And then hope that there was a paycheck at the end of it, because he also has multiple lives. But yeah, guides and anything will be like, take the guy that isn't going to just die a lot. Yeah, that's probably a good decision. Why can't I aim diagonally? And the answer is reasons, and just go with it. I take him as the point man for a couple of reasons. One, he is one of the 2 characters in the game that has a gun that will pierce through enemies, which there are a lot of bottlenecks in this game, so it's a really, really good thing to have a gun that can take out those groups of enemies. And also, for those of you that have ever played the game Fester's Quest, and if you haven't, that's coming up, I think, right after my little block O Gaming. It's in the next runners group of games. So if you haven't seen that, watch that. It's hilarious how boss fights die to the dumbest glitch you've ever seen. Anyways, the reason I bring that up is that Fester in that game will power up his weaponry by, well, grabbing weapon ups. And they go through various changes and incarnations of how they look and how they act on the screen, and easily one of the most frustrating things that will happen in that game is you will have a particular firing style of weapon that, like, arcs in an odd path or is really wide and winds up crashing into walls, and so it doesn't even progress, you know, down the end of the hallway and hit whatever it is that you're mashing on the fire button repeatedly, just trying to not die to. That happens to most of the cast in this game. Their bullets get bigger and more powerful and more damaging and all that good funness and so on and so forth, but unfortunately, a lot of their attacks wind up being just too fat for the game to be able to deal with. So, in order to ensure that I don't continue to fail miserably, I'm actually going to be taking a side route here. This is about 1.5 minutes slower, but I don't care because it also pretty well guarantees success. I say pretty well, but I'm still holding the controller, and I still have a mercenary. Words are hard. I still have a stupid AI buddy who will probably try to ruin this run. It's what he does. Ow. Or I could stand there and take bullets like a champ! Yes. Anyways, so, what am I talking about? What's going on? What's happening? I frequently lose my train of thought because in between the incessant ramblings of the crazy person that is currently, you know, streaming this game for you, and also the actual playing of the game, I have no idea what the end of that sentence is by the time I get to the beginning of it. And my cat is now viciously attacking a chair. I'm beginning to think he did not win $1 million like I had originally hoped. Good job, Hank. Hey! What are you doing? Glad I ran into that guy physically. That was tremendously wonderful. I know I was talking about doing things slightly safer. I say that right before I run into an enemy and physically deal with him. My buddy here is an idiot. It's just what he is. But as you can see, those nodes right there, that thing which I was lobbing things at, bombs. Those are what allow me to complete the stages. I have to blow up enough of those to unlock an exit, or in the case of several other areas, several exits, and then you get to pick, and then there's other locations you can go through after that, and the stages get harder and more annoying because of course they do. There's nothing else for me to do, so I'm just going to save my cash for now. I need to not spend money with you. Oh, I could have bought a 1-up for him. That was dumb of me. Oh, and yes, this game brings up the hallowed tradition of passwords. Because of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Anyways, I don't know. I feel like I was trying to talk about being good with the scientist, or at least not sucking with the scientist, but I probably wasn't, so we're gonna assume that I was and not look back. That's the plan. I'm gonna take that hit and just deal with it. There's a life coming up. Take this. Thank you. And keys are going to unlock various things on the ground, items, weapon ups, different passageways open up, and different routes. Because as you can imagine, there's a lot of different ways that you can go through here in these stages as they get more and more convoluted. To complete them, to find your way through them, I'm going to try and progress through this room without having to die or grab that life up, and success! It's the little things in life, really. And we're almost done with this stage, but again, for safety measures, I also like to grab more weaponry and so on, because hitting harder? Yes, please. Also, you have to get to certain thresholds on your weaponry, and as you saw on every 2 stages, you can buy weapon ups, power-ups, special abilities, items, and the real reason that I'm playing as the scientist outside of the piercing shots, because everybody else's shots, like Fester's Quest, are going to wind up, oh, I took the wrong key. Oh, no. That's actually really bad. Why did I do that? I have no idea why I did that. So I'm just gonna have to progress. Oh, man. I mean, it makes the next stage slightly longer, but a hell of a lot safer. It's just that this stage would have been pretty much done by now. Oh, that was dumb of me. Oh, no, I'm the mercenary now. Oh, well, what are you gonna do? Oh, wait, I was supposed to shoot that from the other side, wasn't I? Oh, this does get me into the same area. Okay, so, backtracking, and I got some extra money that will help me buy cool stuff. Because why not? Okay, and there's the extra life, and there's the life up, because those are the important things. And as long as I don't wind up using those bombs right there, then I can still finish the stage in a normal method! Because, again, I'm clever. Right. So, if you use, like, that bomb to blow that one up, and take out enough nodes, you can actually exit through that door. Bearded, I hate vacuuming, but we've already established that my cat hates the floor in general. Do I not have enough for... Oh, I don't have enough for the... Oh, because I was spending it on life! I'm smart. I'm buying the wrong things for my main character. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Anyways. If it does, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Bombs let me blow up nodes that are out of place, so you don't have to reroute the entire sections of everything just to try and get to those keys that will unlock the areas that have the nodes that you have to get to allow you to then hopefully get to the right door that you are trying to exit through, which just makes everything faster. And well, I just added like a minute to the run, so oh well. But more money, I'm slightly safer! I don't know, I don't think dishes are that bad. They're okay. And there's also a lot of hidden areas like this. Well, that will open up a hidden area, but it's not the hidden area itself. I'm reasonably certain that I'm almost done on weapon ups, but having said all that, I might not be. Enemies have stupid movement in this game. I keep forgetting about that. They just kind of do that to you. So, yeah, little things like this, you wouldn't think, oh, how do I get past this section? Well, obviously you shoot this one part of the wall. I mean, duh, jeez. Why wouldn't you think of that? The game was difficult, not always for good reasons. Occasionally for stupid reasons. Well, you know, if you're in a vacuum, don't own a, what you call it, oh, yeah, my timing was completely off. I'm not going to be able to get the weapon up over there. That's fine, I'll just deal with it. We decided it. I think you decided that, and then I blew an air horn. So here's the correct exit, if you will. Actually, this is a terrible exit, but it's the exit I'm taking, because it makes this next stage incredibly long, incredibly difficult, and incredibly annoying, and I actually lose out on some money, which I'm now really hoping that I'm able to save up enough cash to be able to get. The one reason that you would want to have the scientist as your main character here. That one reason is he is one of the two, they consider them light classes in this game. They are faster, lighter, not much life, not much weaponry, weapon firepower, I don't know, words are hard to go with, but, you know, they get a lot of sub-weapons, but you have to unlock the sub-weapons, which isn't a chore because it requires grinding out a lot of money and then keeping that money, and then also having enough special stat ups to unlock those abilities. And as you can see, most of these guys I'll probably just wind up dying to, not their bullets. Thankfully I have enough life to survive the bullets, by and large. but what I don't have is enough life to be able to survive those guys running into me. Pretty much any other class in the game will very quickly be able to get enough life to survive having an enemy just mindlessly charge into them. My character pretty much never will. Come on, there we go. There's a cannon that's supposed to spawn, and it didn't want to spawn, and it hates me, and other things. So as you can see, there's a ton of money down there, and items, and awesome things, and I can't get to it. Whoops, because I didn't go in the, well, I'm gonna say the wrong door, because this route is faster. That's the good news. The bad news is, it's a hell of a lot harder. Of course it is, why wouldn't it be? I need this life up, which unfortunately also means I'm now going to have to deal with this room. Enjoy all the lag, please. Go away. Hey! I don't know how I survived this. Magic. We're going with magic, because I don't think that was skill. Alright. Oh, no! We suck again! Yeah, that's fine. Okay, see, this is where things will go a little bit off of the rails, but as long as I'm able to get to the next stage pretty much at all, that is all that is going to matter. Yeah, I know I said this is faster, and now I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but I promise you it is. These cannons don't spawn until after you've done kind of the end around there, so there's nothing you can do about that outside of run. And the reason that I say that we're just going to be fine and I'm just going to go for it is that I'm actually done with this stage. Okay, so how much money do I have, and have I unlocked? There it is! That is what I wanted to see. That right there is the shield. So there's a map, which I don't want, and you start with the health kit, which is useful, and all of his other stats suck, and that's fine. But I unlocked the shield, and now I have to save up all of my pennies to be able to buy that shield. Here's why. I don't know if you happen to catch the multiple times that I died during that stage, but if you touch an enemy, well, odds are you're dead. But also, they die. You won't get any money out of doing so. They won't drop the cash. But at least the enemy's dead. So really, the most effective weapon that you have in this game is your own physical body and hugging. That is the most efficient way of murdering everything it is that you see in this game. And that's, you know, good. Wait, what? Oh, I shot the wrong one. I was gonna say, what in the heck just happened? And then I remembered that I can't aim. Anyways, visited by more Fester's Quest references as there. I hope you enjoyed seeing Cousin It. Is that Cousin It? No, that's Thing. I don't even remember anymore. One of them's the hairy one. Isn't that Cousin It? I swear that's Cousin It. Oh man, I feel dumb. I even wrote a guide for Fester's Quest, and I don't remember names anymore. Anyways, so yeah, that's those guys, and they're awesome and amazing and entertaining, and they fire, I don't know what, I think it's fingernails at you, but it's weird and frightening, so we're just gonna ignore them and just kind of run around. Hey you, come on down here. Come on, you want this weapon up. I did mention the wisdom stat, and how occasionally your buddies are morons, right? Well, there you go. He couldn't even progress. Grab those! I don't need any more gun-ups! Oh. Because yelling is going to solve all of the problems right now. It's really not. So that's that stage. Oh boy. This is where the stages start getting very, very weird and awkward and wonky and timey-wimey. Just go with it. For example, you can just completely ignore what it is that they want you to do by walking to the end of that hallway and then not continuing on through that hallway. And then go. You can go your own way. Because hey, why not? And there's lots of secret areas, such as that. I've just walked into a statue because. Yeah, you would totally think of that. But hey, you know, you learn to do things, hopefully not badly. Oh, or you could run into all of the damage that's coming at you. Again, we'll just pretend that... Wait, what? Oh, I didn't walk onto the diamond. Oh, that actually costs me money. That better not wind up posing me. Come on, me. Oh, controls are stupid. So I actually just lost some cash money right there. That's a bit of a shame. But at least there's also plenty of power-ups and also gun-ups for Dingus McSlappy right there, because he needs them. Trust me, he do.
Level complete.
Hooray! Give Hank a controller. I would, but I think the AI is actually better at this game. Alright, I barely have enough for the super weapon. Now we've established that hugging, yes, hugging, is the best way of dealing with your opponents in this game. And this is the first stage where I really feel like you kind of need to hug. You need to hug it out a bit. It's just how this stage is going to wind up treating you, by and large. Oops, no, don't do that. What are you doing? Thank you. I was like, pick up the thing! There's that. So, as you can see, clones of you just kind of start appearing. And that's fun, right? So I'm going to start using the shield, which allows me to hug my enemies. Because I don't really want to have to deal with them. So instead of dealing with them, I'm going to walk through them. Now, I did mention, you know, they don't drop cash. That's fine. There's enough, like, monetary gain to be had just from the stages in general that you can still replenish your item usages and progress through these stages hopefully just fine. Now I will go out of my way a little bit on this stage to grab a little bit extra cash because I'm going to need it. And I don't really know what the heck else it is that we were talking about. Why am I hitting all the wrong buttons? What is going on here? Thank you. That wasn't weird at all. Okay, so, actually I didn't go nearly fast enough. Don't really know why. Which I think is going to prevent me from getting a couple of very useful items. And that was very, very smart of me, so we're just going to pretend that it was entirely intentional and that I'm very good at this game and I won't run into any issues with it. What? I hit the button! Come on! It's entirely possible I did not hit the button. The other problem is I want to try and have about 6 lives ready to go for the final stage. I want to, but if I don't, it's not a huge problem. Really, all I need to do is make sure that I finish this stage. And I realize y'all are probably going to say this looks incredibly bleak, but it is still, it's still in the cards. It's not a huge problem. Thank you. I was like, please grab that. You're an idiot, but I'm going to still trust that you're going to get it. Alright, so, yeah, I'm going to have to go out of my way to grab some extra things here.
3, 2, 1.
I think that first door should still open. Oh, it didn't. That's a shame. Well, I grabbed some money, so I got that going for me. Which is useful, but not enough to, you know, make me win. So what I'm probably going to wind up doing is a little bit of a trick, I guess, if you will, where I get to the next stage and then intentionally die, and then also intentionally put in the password wrong, because it has some interesting effects. And by interesting, I mean, if you ever want to play this game casually, I highly suggest you do it. Well, that was surprisingly terrible, and I feel bad for every second that just went by. Especially since I don't really have enough money to be able to buy any more item usages, and also I have practically no lives, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead... Oh, I guess that's the password, isn't it? Well, it'll show it again when I die. So, when I die is when we will go ahead and, you know, figure it out, right? So, here's the easy death. Oh, no! And we're dead. What a shame. Alright, so write down the password real quick, which you don't desperately need to, but I don't trust my ability to read, so... HW2ZR. I totally just typed all of that in wrong. Sorry. 4T2Z6. M1HW2ZR. Great. Alright. Now here's the thing. And people don't, I guess some people don't realize that there is a bit of a continue, if you will, if you immediately go to enter password. Oh look, there's the password, but we don't want to use this password. So we're going to remove the past 6 letters. And then we're going to put that in reverse. So it's going to be RZ. 2W. It used to be better just rattling this off the top of my head. H1. Come on, you. Now, if you'll stop and look at my money. Pretty please. It's a little off the charts. And I'm fine with this. This is your, I need to continue, but also I've stopped caring, so let's just go ahead and give myself the unfair leg up because I feel like it. And this is well past the point where I would ever be in the game stat-wise. Normally I'm hovering around like 6 to 8 lives, and then we just kind of go to town. Game doesn't really spot the Merc any favors, but I'm going to spot him a couple of favors and some lives. Alright, and if you spend all those, I'm not buying you any more. Tough. You're just going to have to deal with it. Right, so that just makes blitzing through the rest of this easier, even though that cost me a minute. Oh, I forgot to buy special ups for my buddy. That's actually a bit of a shame, isn't it? But we can just move faster and hit harder and other things. You want to shoot the thing for me, please? No? Yes? No? What's correct? Anyways. Yes, so, what am I doing? Yes, Joe, I had to write it down. I'm sorry. Hey, you want to hit the thing, please? No? Nothing like finding a secret passageway in a stage and then immediately getting ambushed by a lot of rocket launchers. Because of course you were. Thanks, game. And then more arbitrary, please shoot this section of the wall areas, but your reward's all the money! I'm just going to ignore that guy and run through him. And then I'm going to shoot that, and I'm going to exit the stage. So, only a minute, 2 minutes over at that point. What a crime. So let's all take this moment to have a sip of coffee. You should probably drink the coffee and not inhale the coffee like I just tried to. Don't be mean. Don't do what Donnie Don't does. It really could work this better. Oop. Shoot the thing! Oh, it's left first. What am I doing? I don't even remember to hit the thing right. There. Do I have stairs? I have stairs. Thank you. And as usual, just trying to walk through some of the sections of this game will make enemies and... What? Aw, that was bunk right there. That was complete bunk. You saw that, right? What a shame. What an absolute shame how that just happened. The walking through places will cause enemies to spawn and things to happen and gravy trains to just kind of fall right off of the tracks. Which is not fun for anyone, but we're just going to have to go ahead and deal with it. Anyways, the remainder of this run amounts to use invincibility to not die, which I failed at right there. And then eventually you grind your way through to the Chaos Engine, because of course you do. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, normally the run is over by now, but I'm... No, well, I'm special. We'll go with special. Special is the term that I've decided to go with here. Alright, Merc. Can you get more life? No, you're never going to get more life. So the Merc is probably just going to run around and die a lot. This stage is the #1 reason why you would not want to be using people other than the scientist or priest. If you're playing in a non-American version, he is not a scientist. He is a priest. And has a lightning gun, because that makes sense. Just go with it. Anyways, this is one of those stages where the route is just so weird and wonky that you would never think to go this way and shoot that one section of the wall. I guess I'll take that death, that's fine. Shoot here, and then do this, and then they're not going to tell you that you have to... Oh, right. Well, I have the lives to spare, I don't care. Whatever. It's fine. Let's just go with it. The exit's open, but they won't tell you that you specifically have to shoot that to open the door.
Level complete.
And the reason they don't is because that's how you have to handle the 4 sections of this final stage that actually unlock the Chaos Engine, which is in the cellars. Because that's where I keep my Chaos Engine. I mean, where do you keep yours? It's a Chaos Engine, why wouldn't you? I'm not going to keep it in the kitchen. Jeez, that's just unsafe. Why would you do that? So anyways, shield because everything wants you dead, and you can either try to deal with all the bottlenecks or don't deal with all the bottlenecks, but then you also have to be able to take out each individual piece of these things here. And then you run to this center area. Woohoo! Which is where the Chaos Engine is. Oh no! And unfortunately, invulnerability does not work on this boss. But that's fine. I have health kits, and normally you would just have enough lives to hang out and tank him and shoot him in the face a lot, but I don't. By the way, face, yes. Does that look like a face to you? Looks like a face to me. So I'm going to shoot him in the face a lot. Because when in doubt, shoot him in the head. You ain't got a good option. You shoot him in the head. Memes! So... time. Oh, look at that 30 right on the nose. That was crap. Oh, well.
I have guided you here so that you might set me free. The chaos has ended.
You will be remembered.
So it turns out the Baron is the Chaos Engine? Because I'm Spartacus? I don't know. Just go with it, right? Kitchen Chaos. No, see, that sounds like the kind of that sounds like a TV show that I would watch. As long as you have Gordon Ramsay and, I don't know, some schmuck that should never be allowed into a kitchen, like Rob Schneider. Why not? Alright, listen up, you